The quarterback of the football Giants is Eli Manning. Eli, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
All right, Eli, 3 wins in a row. Not easy, but another W. And now with the Cowboys' loss, now an interesting race.
Yeah, kind of, just kind of working our way back into contention, and we kind of knew this game was going to be tough. Oakland's defense, obviously against Philadelphia, they did not play very well, but besides that, they played strong, and they did some good things that we knew had a chance to give us some troubles, but I think we felt we definitely could have played better out of that game. Missed a few things that we needed to, that were very, very makeable plays, but again, found a way to get a win, and that's a good sign.
Eli, something that I thought of yesterday that I wanted to ask you today. Clearly the win yesterday was a major factor, as it can be in that building once you get to November and December, which is something that Northeast quarterbacks, especially quarterbacks who've played in that building, have to deal with.
Sure.
Have you played enough games in that building to know, are there characteristics to the win like there was in the old building? The old building had very definable win characteristics. Do you have definable win characteristics already that you know of in this new building?
No, I don't think it's quite like the old stadium, where I always knew, for us that far end zone, the opposite end zone where we ran out, that was always a tough place to throw.
Especially the left side, left half
side
of it.
Was going to be swirly and just kind of going all over the place. I don't think the wind is not as swirly as the old stadium.
So it blows more in your face or behind you?
Well, yesterday, and I think we're still kind of getting a feel for it, but yesterday it was really just a crosswind. It was kind of blowing towards the Oakland bench. So it wasn't really. It was just a direct crosswind, and so which is usually kind of not as bad. I thought it only kind of affected me maybe on one throw. I had a comeback kind of sideline throw to Victor Cruz in the third quarter, where I think it just kind of the wind just kind of just got it perfect and kind of kept blowing it a little bit wide. I kind of felt that I threw, at throwing a good ball was going to be, outside and away, and the wind just took it, kept taking it. Ended up being about, 8 or 10 inches, too far left. And I think that was kind of the only one where I thought, that wind just took it a little bit, just it kind of, rode the wave a little bit there. But, besides that, I didn't think it was too bad, and I don't think there's we haven't had too many real windy games where I don't know if it's always going to go that way, or if there's.
So it's not as windy a stadium as the old one, right?
No, definitely not.
Okay,
it's definitely not.
Do you try to, when you get towards November, December, do you change your delivery at all playing there than you would, say, in a hot day in September, October?
No, I don't. You can't. I don't think you can change your delivery. I think you just. Obviously, if you have one of those really windy days, you just got to have to, have a plan for it, and some days just kind of, say, hey, certain throws, if I'm going to have to throw into the wind, to the left or something, you might, stay away from some of those throws, or if it's going to be tight and can't step into it and make that, a real strong throw, then you just got to maybe stay away from some of those things. But I just don't. I don't know if. Don't know if it's that stadium's, the wind's as bad as the old one, where it'll be that much of a factor.
All right, two plays yesterday. Number one, the Victor Cruz third down play where you had to settle for the field goal. What happened on that play?
Yeah, just missed him. He read it well and broke out of it and kind of his route and had a chance and I thought I just missed him on film. I kind of watched. He maybe didn't come out of it as clean as I thought he was. He kind of stumbled a little bit coming out, and I think that's affected me missing him a little bit. But it's definitely a throw up. It's one of those you always kind of you see it on film and he was wide open. You say, well, I could have just hit him right in the chest instead of But sometimes you're in there, you don't know how close it's going to be. You're trying to kind of lead them out front, make sure I knew his man coverage, that the guy's not trying to undercut it or trying to get an interception, but throw. I wish obviously wish I could have that one back and put it right on him, and so he could score a touchdown.
What about the Porter pick six?
Just a bad scenario. Really, had to throw the ball really before the play was developed. I was trying to get a good. We kind of running two routes, and you're supposed to read the nickel. And if he kind of comes in on the tight end, you throw it to Cruz. If he goes out to Cruz, you throw it to the tight end. And he was close to the tight end, but so I felt the pressure. Had to throw it early, and he just read my eyes and jumped it. I didn't get much on the ball, so probably just one of those tough scenarios. You're trying to. Where that you're getting pressure. You're going to have to throw it a little bit earlier than you want to. You still feel you can get a completion, but as you're throwing it, that guy, reads it, and at that point it's just too late to pull back. You don't get everything that you want on the ball as well, and those are usually kind of how those bad plays occur, and it's tough. It's tough in those scenarios to kind of. Usually when you're getting pressure to kind of make that decision whether you feel you can get a completion or just when you have to take a sack and say, hey, we got to give up on this play.